For those returning to Japan, the scars of war are everywhere. In Nagasaki and Hiroshima, many survivors of the atom bombs face a lingering death from radiation sickness. Dr. Michihiko Hachiya.
Patients have come like an avalanche. The majority are badly burned. All are critically ill. People who appeared to be recovering have developed new symptoms. So many patients are now dying without our understanding why. We are all in despair.
14-year-old Senji Yamaguchi.
A fierce pain jolted my body as the nurses peeled off the bandages. "Please kill me," I cried. There was also a young girl in the hospital who, like me, had burns on her face. She would have been a beautiful woman if not for those scars. The night before her discharge, she hanged herself. I refused to let her death dishearten me. I vowed to go back to school, no matter how many people laughed at my scars.
Over the next 50 years, more than 100,000 people will die from the after effects of the radiation. By the end of 1945, the Japanese people are facing a bleak future. The rice harvest has failed. Inflation is rampant. The black market is rife. Everywhere, food queues stretch through the ruins. 16-year-old Yoshitaka Kojima.
Look at the people of defeated Japan. Wooden clogs on their feet. The Yanks will laugh because we are in such a poor state. People without jobs are everywhere. Some have even starved to death. Women out to find food are attacked and raped or even killed. I think we are going to have a lot more hardship in the future.
The Allies enforce a range of sweeping reforms in an attempt to eradicate all traces of Japan's militaristic past. In schools, the old textbooks are destroyed, and children are taught the benefits of individual freedom and pacifism. There is a new, more democratic constitution. Women are given the vote for the first time. In an effort to rebuild a nation shattered by war, everyone is put to work. On the 3rd of May 1946, Japan's leaders are put on trial for war crimes. They are accused of waging aggressive war and committing numerous murders. Student Takashi Asai.
The fearful darkness is passing. Those of us who believe in freedom can hardly find a way to express our joy. The most important thing for our country is to destroy the fanatical militarists. The punishment for war criminals must be death. By
the time the war crimes trials end in 1951, almost 4,500 Japanese will be convicted, of whom nearly 1,000 will be executed. The one key person missing from the trials is Japan's divine ruler. When there are widespread calls in the West to prosecute the emperor himself, there is a flood of letters to the head of the occupying powers.
To the Honorable General MacArthur, in our country, the emperor is above God. If something should happen to His Majesty, we would lose our purpose in life.
The emperor made the country go to war with more power and authority than Hitler. If this man is allowed to escape punishment, there will be no justice.
If it ever happens that His Majesty is brought to trial, many Japanese would hold a tremendous hatred toward all Americans. I beg you with this petition, written in my blood.
With a new Cold War looming, the Americans prefer not to bring the emperor to trial. Instead, he is sent on a series of carefully orchestrated tours of his devastated nation. On the 7th of December 1947, he arrives in Hiroshima. It is hoped that the emperor will remain a powerful symbol of continuity with the past. Student Konokichi Sumiyoshi.
We cannot deny that we had high hopes for the old Japan. But the fact is that the militarists totally ignored reality. Japan has closed itself off and been fearful of the outside world. We must create a new nation from the ashes of the old.
After 8 years of fighting, during which Japan has lost 2.5 million dead and killed up to 15 million overseas, the legacy of Japan's war will be long and painful.